You may have heard about the Okefenokee swamp in the news lately. A company called Twin Pines wants to start mining on the edge of the swamp down on the Georgia-Florida border.
The wildlife refuge even caught fire a few years back. Tonight, Suzanne Lawler maneuvers the black waters of the swamp and takes you to Stephen C. Foster State Park, one of the state's wildest places, as we continue our Discover Georgia series.
Well, I just come down to camp post. I'll be here for 6 months at least.
Mickey Garner takes in all the wildlife when he spends half a year at Stephen C. Foster State Park, which is located in the Okefenokee swamp.
Deer, turkey, gators, bears occasionally.
Everything just fits in together, and everything has its place, and everything eats everything, but it all works out.
John Mark Shelnut is a ranger at the park, but think of him as a preacher, shouting out the beauty of the Okefenokee from his black, watery pulpit.
It's kind of like being in a cathedral. Like, the center of this channel is really wide and open, and all around you, you're surrounded by these 100, 200-year-old cypress trees.
Okay, let me throw some big impressive numbers at you. The Okefenokee swamp is over 400,000 acres, and 12,000 American alligators call it home.
Oh my goodness. Did you see that?
As long as you don't bother them, they won't bother you. You're perfectly safe kayaking or exploring out here.
Shelnut says get ready. Every time you go out, you'll see something different. We did a day trip, and then look at the difference in the surroundings the next morning. You can't swim, and the black water is off limits at night, but that's the time to turn your attention to land. Stephen C. Foster is a certified international dark sky park.
If over half of the wildlife functions best in pure darkness, we should create that environment. But you'll also be able to see more stars than you can almost anywhere in the southeast.
But forget about streaming it on Facebook or TikTok. You won't find cell service in this primitive land.
That is the reason most people don't come here.
You also get to disconnect, unplug with your family, and then slow down, be on swamp time. It's real.
And here's a really neat fact. The swamp is only 2 or 3 feet deep in most parts. Pounds and pounds of organic decaying matter sits under the lily pads and grass.
It's unlike any place you'll experience anywhere else in the United States. You know, Florida is different, the bayous are different, but this place is quiet and it's majestic.
So chomp down on the experience that will have you looking with wonder at an environment filled with stuff you don't normally get to see. Suzanne Lawler, 13 WMAZ News.
Now, the park has john boats, kayaks, and canoes for rent. They also have cottages and campsites, a great way to possibly spend your Labor Day weekend.
And you're going to want to pull up this story on 13WMAZ.com. We've included all kinds of fun stuff like a photo gallery, park maps, extra video, and a story about what happened when a gator and a cottonmouth snake met in the water.